Today we're going to be checking out Do Not Take This Cat Home. It is a game from itch.io. I guess it's just kind of like a visual novel, more or less. But, we're gonna see what's up. Might go for one ending, might go for multiple endings, we'll see. But, before we really get going, here's your nice warning screen. Wow, lots of warnings. And now we're ready. Let's go. Let's see why we should not take this cat home. Look at it. Why shouldn't we take this cat home? Let's find out. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out, but in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense, due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. Ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Wow. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Is this foreshadowing? You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Well, I'm a contradictory person, so we're gonna take the cat home. You know what? Reach in the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. Why is it so blurry? After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, nice rhyme, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making both of you some dinner. Blurry. We need our glasses, clearly. We have poor eyesight. Take out the can of cat food, open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It takes a look at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. Try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat, after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato slice. Rude. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... You watch as the cat starts to... It has a taste for blood! Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless. Oh, and the weird music's back. Okay. So, it's such a choice of music. You're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Underestimating this cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. It just chomps. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the on the counter? Untouched? Oh, angry. Come on, enough already. Shove it away a little more forcefully, this time out of annoyance. Feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. Sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you while you're asleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope you don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... you cut the cord. Lights just went out? Great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. Grab a flashlight and turn it on. Ooh, it's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Ooh. It's just a normal cat, okay? That's how normal cats are. I totally 100% believe that that is a normal cat. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. It says, kill and help. And is that 666? Yeah, it is. And going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, as you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky points. Points? I missed that last word. The flashlight flickers. We're gonna get chomped, aren't we? We're about to get chomped. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. Silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart is over as your ears slowly start to pick up the sounds of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock. You feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. But waiting for the next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever's watching you, you already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Creepy. Creepy, creepy. Yeah, you're creepy too. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. So cliche. The let's play thing. Little demon girls. Won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement. Of action. But, you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Oh. Sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. Piss. We peed ourselves, clearly.
Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Oh, okay. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in the strange light coming in from outside. Light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably opened door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tinted red from your earlier blunder? That's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... Gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You rarely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, but instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Eyeballs! When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing, golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from the doorway. Meow meow. It pads lightly over the knife as if skipping in delight. Yeah. And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. Chill the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull, the dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean, the scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. Cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it just considered the act of pouncing forward. Gonna chomp? But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the blood imprints Your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts, but you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. All the neighbors are just like, what's up with you? Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then when the world's behind you. Let's have a look-see. Let's see what's behind us. Let's see. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Okay. So that was an ending. Wow. Does it make any autosaves? It does not. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and try for one more ending, and then we'll see how we feel about this. See if we want to keep doing more stuff. But let's continue. I think you're walking, right? Of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. Oh, it's different. It's different. It's different today. That's interesting. I like that it's different. Weather's absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. Timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that there'd be a cat in the box, right? Huh, guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute. You look so... Nope, not cute. Familiar. Okay. Right? Again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. That's a lie. Look at this boy. Look at the boy. Look at the boy. What do you think, Poe? Poe doesn't think. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Let's not take this one home. Let's see what happens if we don't take it home, so... Don't take it home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're an irresponsible adult. You are, with rent and bills to pay for. Not to mention, you need to buy food to survive, too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. Stop yelling at me, cat. I already get enough of that. What to do? What's the question marks? That's curious. I'm curious. See, now I'm in the habit of saving. Well, I think I'm gonna question mark it. You were not ready. Okay. I'm not ready for that one. Let's just leave. Let's just leave it. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What? You... Wait. You never get away. It's so fast. From it then. You never get away from it then. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. No, we've made a decision here. We're going to ignore this cat. Nope, you need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. Leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement dealing with your furry dilemma, you've forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Ooh. Is the cat gonna show up at one of these if I go to it? Well, let's go watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater, but there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Well, they made a case that he or she wants to go here, so that's where we'll go. Or I guess I'm self-inserting here. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers pop up. The movie just begins. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene, and just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment, after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. Try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement and the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. I'm just gonna move. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another less perfect seat in the theater. Every seat in the theater is perfect. Shut up. But as you settle down, you see the strange person get up, only once again sit down in the seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helplessly as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all this is. Or to at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone in this with this weird jerk. Should we do it again? Should we just keep moving spots and see what happens? Or, like, does it eventually turn into something if we just keep moving spots? There's a hair on my face from my cat. Yes. You. I don't want to confront him. You know what? We're just gonna leave. This is too weird. Feeling uncomfortable, you decide to leave the theater. There's still enough time left in the day to do something else. Now what? I guess we'll go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in a park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. Puppers. Think it'll make you feel better. First you get to see a cute cat today, now you get to see a cute dog. Just one? Just one cute dog? It's a dog park. There should be multiple cute dogs. See? Several of them, in fact. Background music sounds like a series of meows. Meow, 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 meow. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Whatever, like you'd want anything to do with these mangy months. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. Dogs are all so adorable, you want to pet every single one you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You have to wait very long. You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. What? Why are these options? Why are these options? Why would I don't think I'd want to do that. I guess I don't want to kick, kill, or eat the puppy. Pick it up. What was that? That's weird. You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy. But you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave? I mean, it's very incessant. It's definitely saying, like, you should go, or else you're gonna commit a crime. Oh. Hello. Good. Maybe I should have stayed at the park. The carnival's in town. The music's getting real weird. I don't know if it's, like, escalating or if each area has different music, but... Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before, hoops, coin toss, balloon darts, games you've played before, funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together, laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet, it's still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new, an attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? It sounds kinda lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? I do like a good mirror maze. I do like a good mirror maze. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna go in the maze. I'm sure nothing twisted or weird will happen in here at all. A few rooms in, you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it's something new to experience? I can't do this today. You turn around to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Ow, what the? Where's the exit? Try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came is completely gone. Okay. Don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? Use the maze rule. I mean, I'm sure there's some supernatural bullshit going on, but the maze rule. And yeah, mirror mazes, it sucks because you can get fingerprints all over it, and, you know, someone's gonna be all mad, bro, because their maze is gonna be all effed up. But put your right hand on the wall and just follow it. If it's a connected maze where there's no floating individual walls, you will eventually find an exit. Step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Click. Huh? The light doesn't look very... Crap, the lights. Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? Pull out your phone to check the time, or maybe call the police. It's dead. Your phone is dead. Grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. Best to reserve it for a worst-case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. Take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Huh? Hello, darling adventurer. Who said that? Welcome to the mirror maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Yes. Once again, welcome to the mirror maze. You're in a bit of jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the past before you for a second. And also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only ones in here. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Well, this is fun. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all, and you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, go right. Choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it'll work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it all up at once. There's 25 rooms? You can keep track of your progress through rooms up to the left, and your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have the 1 life, yes? And yet here, you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? I guess I'm ready to play. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Ooh, that was creepy over there. This is fun. I like this. This is good. I did not expect this from this game at all. So, this is fun. Hopefully I don't die. Center. Right. 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 Wow, it's staying pretty consistent. Stay. Left. So far, it's pretty easy, though. I like the demon little kitties. They're cute. I made it! You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts, just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and... Oh. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Yourself? Dozens of you? Hundreds of you wandering around, aimless, faceless, and empty? So empty and listless they don't even acknowledge your presence? You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass. A familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you. But you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. Glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. That's fun. I don't feel like I actually beat the maze though. Like, that's not an ending I would expect. But that was fun. I liked that. I did save right before the mirror maze, so we could do that again in the future and fail the maze, but for now, we're gonna leave her right there. We got 2 endings. I did not expect this to include an activity of sorts, so that was fun. That was fun. I like that a lot. If you enjoyed this, let me know somehow. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you want more, definitely leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see more endings, because apparently there's a buttload of them, and we only saw 2 of them, so there's definitely some opportunity here to see some more weird, twisted hoopla or some cute cats. Or throw a dog, apparently. I don't want to throw a dog. I would prefer to not throw a dog, honestly. But that's where we'll leave this one for today. Thanks for watching. Bye!